I know you're gonna dig this. Welcome to the Past, Present, and Future Show with your host, right now, Nathaniel. No, you gonna dig this.
Overnight, Minneapolis on fire. Protesters leaving an auto parts store in flames. Others seen looting a local Target.
Tonight was a different night of protesting.
All of it after demonstrators approached one of the city's police precincts.
We're about to lose the front of the precinct if we don't move this crowd out of the front.
Officers in riot gear tried to maintain order.
You can see the smoke bombs in the distance, and police have been firing pepper spray to try and disperse this crowd. Hundreds of protesters had gathered here, and now police are trying to push them back to keep the peace.
They'd gathered hours before, furious at the death of 46-year-old George Floyd.
When is it really going to change? When is it really going to stop?
The outrage building nationwide. In Los Angeles overnight, Black Lives Matter protesters blocked a major freeway. This man jumped on a police cruiser as it sped away. President Trump weighed in, saying justice will be served and that he's asking the FBI to expedite its investigation into the case.
A very sad event. Very, very sad event.
Now, after the 4 Minneapolis officers involved were fired, the city's mayor is calling on the county attorney to charge the arresting officer.
Why is the man who killed George Floyd not in jail?
That officer, Derek Chauvin, is seen in this now viral video kneeling on Floyd's neck as he begs for help.
When you saw that video, what went through your head? That could have been me.
The police department initially said Floyd had been physically resisting. This new cell phone video appears to show the moment he steps out of his vehicle. 2 officers restrain him. Security footage from a nearby business shows officers walking him across the street in handcuffs. Records show Chauvin was a 19-year veteran of the department. He's been praised for valor during his career, but was also the subject of a dozen police misconduct complaints that resulted in no disciplinary action. His attorney declined to comment. This man owns a convenience store nearby. He says a store employee called police when Floyd allegedly tried to use a fake $20 bill, but that he didn't deserve this.
My employee called me while the officer had his knee on his neck, and she was crying, telling me, Mike, what should I do? The guy can't breathe, they're killing him.
Again, authorities here this morning are still assessing the damage. No telling how many protests are expected later today, but adding to the anger here is a new report from the fire department that reveals that George Floyd showed no signs of life when paramedics arrived on the scene, certainly adding to the questions here.
Yeah, absolutely. Gabe, you also mentioned at the top of the piece that there was a fatal shooting overnight in the middle of all those protests. What do you know about that?
Certainly, Hoda. Well, it's still very early on in the investigation, but there was one man found with a fatal gunshot wound. He was later pronounced dead. Police are now investigating that. They're looking into whether a pawn shop owner may have fired a shot and perhaps killed the man. But again, still very early on in the investigation. As you can see behind me, this is still a very chaotic scene.
And Gabe, a lot of people are also wondering what's taking so long for any charges to be brought forward, including the mayor who you interviewed. So is there a timeline for when that may happen?
Well, certainly, Hoda, that is adding to the anger here. Many of those protesters are wondering why these officers haven't been charged, but some authorities are asking for calm. A medical examiner's report is expected in less than 3 weeks. As you mentioned, the mayor, though, is taking that rare step on calling for that arresting officer to be charged. It's up to the county attorney, and right now he's given no timetable on this. What people are asking for as well is perhaps for the body camera video to be released. That is part of this investigation. Still certainly a lot of questions at this point, Hoda.
Yeah, seems like we've seen that incident from so many different angles. All right, Gabe, thank you.
Welcome to the Past, Present, and Future show, everyone. Yes, I'm finna go live on Facebook. I hope everyone log in and chime in. We have a hot topic today, and on the phone right now. And right now on the phone we have brother Rodelle Nathan. He from Minnesota, also Rochester. Couple hours away from what everything going on at the riot. Let's just call it a riot, because that's what's going on, is a riot. And yeah, but how you doing, Rodelle?
I'm doing great.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. If anyone out here listening on Facebook, you can chime in. You can call in. You can call in at 313. 313. Hold on, what's the number? Oh, 1586-275-8236. That's 1586-275-8236. You can call in, because this topic is going to get very, very hot. And how you doing, Patricia? I see you chimed in, and how are you today? Go ahead, Rodelle, man. What's going on right now, man? It's just so much going on down there. And I know you kind of upset. You've been on Facebook blogging about it and stuff. Now, what's going on?
Yeah, so I'm a couple hours from the city of Minneapolis. And you know how everybody, how bad it is. So right now I'm in Rochester. And they protest down here. Not as bad as it is. Yeah.
You hold up for 1 minute. Are you on the speakerphone?
1 second.
Yeah, because you're breaking up.
Can you hear me?
Oh, real good.
All right, good.
Yeah, real good. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, so in Rochester they're doing they protesting now, and you know I'm a couple hours from Minneapolis, and you know how bad it is. Everybody sees it. But I want people to know that this is not blacks against whites. This is blacks against racism. You know, that's what it is. It's just blacks against racism. That's when the whole unit of whites, blacks, no matter what part of you know, whatever you are, you know, we are against racism. You know, so that's what this is the point of me, having this conversation with you.
Okay.
It's to make it, make a point to let the people know that enough is enough. Period.
Yeah. And right now, man, I called you earlier today very upset. I cried a little bit with you, to you, not with you, but to you. I'm quite sure you cried too when you saw the video. I never saw the video. I'm at work. I'm talking to you, man. It was ridiculous and it was terrible, man. My heart was filled and it was torn up, man. I just didn't like what I saw. That man getting killed like that, and the couple things I'm going to reveal too that I heard on the news not too long ago. I heard earlier, but they confirmed that I did hear right. You know that they worked together. They were working at a bar together, and then find out. I just found out. The thing probably was all about racism. Reason why I say that his fiance, his girlfriend is white. I didn't see that until the news today.
Yep.
And I'm gonna let you go ahead and finish talking because I'm not gonna take over this show. Cause I'm kind of upset. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take over.
Yeah. So the point that I'm trying to make about this whole incident is that people are angry because people are rioting. I agree with everything they're doing out there. I don't care about what anybody's saying. The reason why I say this is because we had our era with Martin Luther King. We had our era with Malcolm X, right?
Correct.
Nothing stopped. Everything continued to be the same. There's nothing. We had no fairness, no nothing. So I agree with every piece of thing they're doing there. Buildings can rebuild themselves. Rite Aid can come back. everything can come back. That man cannot come back. So the young people of today's world said we had enough. We had enough. And a lot of people may not agree with that, but you have to understand that this new generation is not about to get played over, not about to be, betrayed by anybody. And we're going to stand up for it. And it's not just the black people that are rioting. These are whites out there rioting with them.
Okay, I hear the phone.
Everybody coming in as a unit.
I hear the phone call come in. Could y'all please call this number, 1586-275-8236. It's 1586-275-8236. Could you please call that number? Mr. Marcus, if you're listening, you can call that number, 1586-275-8236. Hello, Rodelle.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I see I lost you. Well, my other caller had just called in. It was, let's see, can I reach him right quick? Well, I don't know his number by heart. Well, yeah, let me look in here. Let me see, is it in here? Let me see, can I find him right quick? I'm gonna get him on the phone. This young guy who run for state representative, and he said he will call in today, and I believed him, and he just did. Okay, I do have his number, and I'm calling him now. Yes, y'all just hold on for 1 minute, cause this topic going to get kind of crazy. Yeah, you can continue talking, Rodelle. Yeah, this Marcus.
Hey, how's it going?
Everything good, man. I'm on the air. Okay. We here live on Facebook. My son is on the phone with you. Say hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Alrighty. Okay. My son was just tipping us in. You know, he's from Minnesota. He just left and went back home.
I know. I met him at on the bus.
Oh, okay. On the bus. We just say on the bus, all right? All right, cool. Yeah, go ahead, Rodelle. Finish saying a couple more things. I'm going to let Marcus go ahead.
Yeah, so what I was saying is the youth had enough of the discrimination, the unfairness, because you got to think about it. We are not privileged. We are the minority. And it seems like they're trying to take us out one by one. And every time we do this march and every time we protest, nothing changed. So I think it's fairness for us to send our voices out there, even if we have to riot. Because sometimes, I believe, it takes an ounce of blood to make change. That's what I believe. And if you read the Bible, God wasn't always happy with us. God had to make change himself. Jesus wasn't always happy. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to get too spiritual about it, but you got to understand, enough is enough, and that's what I stand on.
Okay, so Brother Marcus, what you got to say about that? We have a Brother Marcus Cummings running for state representative, District 10. And how are you today, brother?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Right.
This situation with Brother Floyd in Minneapolis, I'm not gonna lie, it hit me hard.
Yeah.
Because, like your son said, when's enough? We always had these videos, and law enforcement and prosecutors tell us be patient, and we're just tired of being patient because we're watching murder live on TV. I think back to, if there wasn't a video, Walter Scott's killer in South Carolina would have got off.
Yes.
And that officer shot him in the back. We had plenty of video where witnesses said Mike Brown had his hands up, and Republican commentators were like, that was a lie. But we had video of people saying his hands were up. I mean, this officer kept his knee on this man's neck for 9 minutes.
Yes.
9 minutes.
And plus a few more.
Screamed.
Exactly. Calling for his mama.
Who is deceased. Right. And I know people are upset. They're like, why are they rioting? Why? Because they want a voice.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's what we have to understand. People want to be heard. That's why they're tearing stuff up. Because they want to be heard. And for the president to tweet out that horrible tweet that when the rioters come out, the guns or the shooting starts.
Right.
We know that all too well in Detroit. Those who survived the 67 rebellion, no, they were shot at by National Guardsmen. So we know what this means. So this president has stirred up so much racial hatred. I mean, it's already been there, but he's made it okay. Because we didn't see police in riot gear here in Michigan when you have all those folks with their AR-15s protesting because they couldn't get a haircut. But you don't see them saying, lock this police officer up.
Correct. Wow. Yeah, man, I'm telling you today, this show here is not, I'm not doing any breaks. We're going to go right through this because it ain't no need for no breaks. And they're going to be uploaded with some graphic stuff, and people about to be prepared to see it. I got the whole riot running right now. People don't see it right now, but they will see it once I upload a different video. Like I said, this one is live. I have other people. I have people on here now looking, and y'all can call in. 1-586-275-8236. Y'all can call in, and go ahead, Rodelle.
You know what's crazy? It's Donald Trump ended up mentioning that we were thugs in Minneapolis. Now, you got those in KKKs in Lansing that feel it was okay to come down there with ARs and threatening cops and the governor. And they're nice people. Those people in Minneapolis did not want to tear down their city. I know they didn't. They did it from hurt. They said, what else can we do? They can't hear us. If we march, what's going to happen? If we protest, what's going to happen? I know they was hurting when they was tearing stuff down. I watched a video a couple days ago. This man on CNN was just breaking down crying after he watched that man die. He couldn't even finish the interview.
Wow.
So when I say enough is enough, we're not saying going out to see. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you where wisdom come in. So black men, right?
Yes.
Did we go out there and kill that cop? Did we go out there and retaliate by killing other cops or going out there and killing other white folks? No, we did not. So why are we animals? We going out there all right, I'm gonna give you another example. You got people that can win the Stanley Cup or the Giants game. They can get the World Cup. They would trash, riot, tear stuff down, and guess what? They're still good people. But when black folks riot because equality and justice, we are animals. You hear that?
Yeah.
Make that make sense.
Yeah, make
We don't do stuff. We angry. We're not racist. We are angry black folks. We are angry because years after years. Now I got 7 kids. I got 7, and I'd be damned if I let a cop or any racist bastard take me out. I'm at the point in my life now as a man at 33 years old that I would not allow. I would retaliate. If a man got to grab his gun, I have to grab mine now.
Correct.
I have to grab mine now. I'm not bullcrapping. I have to grab my weapon when I see a cop grab his weapon. So either I go home, you go home, or we both not going home. And I'm going to stand by that.
Yeah, and earlier I saw another video somebody uploaded. They were sending to me. A lot of people sending me a lot of videos. And this one video was like, this man got stopped for a tail light. He got into the cop, but like, hey, officer, listen here. He just went into the officer. The officer didn't say nothing else. He said, you come up here with your gun drawn. One of you made a mistake and shot me over a tail light, blah, blah, blah. And they were going head off, and he let the guy pull off because he was making a lot of sense. I want to go home to my child. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're going to pull up to the wrong person one day. But Brother Marcus, what do you think we could change, man? Is there anything you think we could change once you get up into the, in Lansing?
We do need to look at legislation.
Yes.
To a point that we hold police departments and unions accountable. Because as taxpayers, we pay the salaries of these police officers.
Absolutely.
And what happens is, when this happens and a lawsuit occurs, we pay out the lawsuit as taxpayers.
Yep.
We have to hold police and police unions accountable.
Correct.
And we have to look at possible legislation where police unions take out liability insurance. Because we can't keep affording to foot the bill for officers who are poorly trained or cannot handle the job. Now, I know Chief Craig said that officer should have been arrested. I commend him for saying that. But Chief Craig here in Detroit needs to clean house. We have racist officers in the Detroit Police Department.
Don't we know it?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt about that.
Yes. We have documented white officer say, I'm tired of policing these niggas. And a black officer checked him on it. And he said it again. He's still on the job. We had an officer literally detain another black officer because he had too much cash at the training center.
Wow.
And that investigation was swept under the rug. So I'm glad the chief spoke out about this issue, but what are you doing to clean house? Because we pay the salaries of these folks who are on the street. And Detroit is a powder keg. If we had an issue like this, we already know. Detroiters would explode.
Exactly. Yeah, man. The whole world is, the whole country is beside that, what's going on. And it's just not right. Like I was telling my son earlier about his youngest brother, like Trayvon. Imagine me and him driving in the car, 15 years old. I'm telling him, put your hands on the front of the car, whatever. Don't make no move. Me and Trayvon talk about that all the time. He's still traumatized with his cops stop me in my Camaro. He's like, Dad, they all was around you. He still talk about that. He was traumatized. I didn't do anything. They lied. You know what I'm saying? And then they let me go. And then they told me I should impound your car. I cussed them out like, what? You would. You know what I'm saying? It was terrible the way I was thinking at that time. And now, man, I've seen that man today, man, first time seeing the video, like I said earlier. It hurt me so bad. I called my son. I cried to him. I never saw the whole video. It hurt me. They could have been one of my boys. And
I'm glad you said that, because I was with the guys today. We were passing out literature in my father's district. And one of the young men I mentor, he just graduated high school. He got his first car yesterday.
Okay.
And because he did so well in school, his grandmother decided to let him get his dream car, which is a Charger. And I was sitting there with him, talking to him, and I literally got scared, because here he is, 17, 18 years old with this brand new Charger. I'm telling them, watch out for the knuckleheads. Don't have a lot of people in your car. But now I got to worry, what cop might see him and say, what this young boy doing with this car? He must be selling drugs.
Profiling.
And I was telling the boys, if Jamari, that's his name, was Chaldean, I wouldn't have to worry about that. He could drive around in a scat pack all day long.
Right.
So it's a shame that we have to have these conversations with our kids. And I don't want to have that conversation with my son 10 years from now. He'll be 7 this year. When he's 17, I don't want to have to say, son, when you get pulled over, stay still. Put your hands on the wheel. Don't reach for your wallet.
Wow.
It's unacceptable.
That's why I teach people, I try to tell people to get their license, get their permits to carry, get that stuff, because that's very important. No matter what, I think that's very important, because right now in America, now we spell America with 3 Ks. I just want to make that known. I spell America with 3 Ks, because that's what's going on. That's been going on. It's not built for us. America wasn't built for us.
Right.
It wasn't. People may not agree with it, but literally, it's not built for us. We just passing on by. And that's how they look at it. So I always tell people, make sure you get your permit to carry. I took my son and my nephew to the shooting range. I teach them how to shoot, how to be responsible. You know, how to use it and the laws that goes around it. But I tell you one thing, if I ever get pulled up with my kids in the car and I see a man pull his gun, what do we do? Like, who can help us? You know, who can help us? Literally. I don't think anybody can answer that. We can help ourselves. Look at the Black Panthers. They protect their community. They're the police in our community.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? But they take Black Lives Matter and they turn it to a protest against our protest, saying it's all lives matter. Ain't that scary?
You know, I'm glad you said
How
that.
can you turn our protest into your own protest and say all lives matter? But all we saying is our lives matter too.
Right.
I never thought
That's
of that
all we
one.
saying is our lives matter too.
And I'm glad you said that because.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm glad you said that about the Black Panthers, because a lot of people, when you think of the Black Panthers, they think of the militant side. This organization had a breakfast and feeding program for the poor before there was a welfare. They had a health care program before there were community hospitals.
Wow.
They were a community-based organization. And the FBI, the U.S. government, made them terrorists.
Wow.
And shut them down. But the KKK and David Duke can thrive today. So what does that say for this nation?
Yeah, like I said, I'm not taking no break, y'all. My number is 1586-275-8236. If you want to call in, call in. If you want to speak on it, I see we got Mary Board up here. We got Holly Jones. We got a lot of people on Facebook looking in. And you feel like you want to call in. 1586-275-8236. And I'm on the phone with Rodelle Nathan and also Marcus Cummings, the running for state representative, District 10, y'all. Just call in and listen to what these guys are saying. You know, we ain't being racist. We're not trying to start anything. We want to bring it out front. We want everybody to listen. My show is different today. It's not about an artist. This show is not about anything else. It's not about the pandemic now. They're killing enough black people as it is. And now we're going to have another human take another human body, person. No, that's not going to work.
I think it's the time to not hide, how we feel. It's time to express how we really feel and not censor how we really feel.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel. I feel we should not, like I tell my son is 13 years old, I tell him anything that you feel as a man, as a young man, I tell him you're a man before anything. You're a man before you're a husband, you're a man before you're a worker, you're a man before anything. So I expect you to be that man. So express yourself. So right now, I feel like nothing that I say today should be censored. Even if it costs me, the FBI looking online or whatever, I don't care, because in this time, nobody cares about us, our skin color. I was just arguing with a man about Hispanics. Oh, there's no black Hispanics. Yes, sir. They go through the same stuff they go through in America. They go through the same stuff. If your skin is not the skin of their skin, you are just another nigga.
That's the way they see it.
No, I'm sorry, not a nigga with an A, nigger. That's all we are. Because this stuff is taught. This stuff is stuff that these people see if they grow. I'm not speaking for all white folks. I'm speaking for those that feel they are privileged. Put it that way. You have white folks that don't feel privileged. But you have those that feel privileged enough to do whatever they feel is necessary and not get in trouble for it. And not be accountable for it.
And for some reason today, man, I was working today, and one guy, Caucasian guy, said, "I didn't see you all day, blah blah blah." I said, "Have you been in your area?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, I've been there. I have to be in your presence, And then most of them acting over nice. Since this happened, they act different. They trying to act over nice. Some of them still acting a-hole. You know what I'm saying? And some of them just kissing your butt now. I don't need that. I was so angry today. I started telling my brother, let me go home. Because he's my supervisor. I started saying, let me go home. Because I was so upset. After I saw that video, man, I didn't want to be around nobody. I ain't going to lie to you. I ain't going to lie to you. But I got better. I prayed on it. I talked to my son, like I said. My son, I'm older than him. Yep. But I can talk to them. We can talk to each other about anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. Hey.
Yeah. And we have to talk.
Yeah,
we have to let folks know we angry. You know, because one thing I will say, I remember after the massacre in South Carolina at the church, Greater AME, you know, so many folks were like, oh, we have to forgive. We have to forgive. I mean, that man came into a church, murdered 9 innocent people. And I mean, yeah, as a Christian, we are taught to forgive, but we have a right to be angry.
Absolutely.
Because this nation was built on our ancestors' blood, sweat, and tears. And what kills me is, and there are some on both sides of the aisle, Democrat and Republican, who cry, well, reparations were paid during the Civil War. We lost a lot of Yankees. There were a lot of black folks who died to keep this union together. There were a lot of black soldiers who died in World War I, World War II, to keep this world together. And when they got back home, they did not get the same treatment.
Wow.
They did not get the benefits. They did not get the housing credits. No, they were sent back to their neighborhoods. They were called boy in uniform. They were lynched. And I mean, we just got to be honest. This nation owes a debt it cannot repay.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I don't believe, like I said, I don't believe in the locking arms anymore, marching, doing the singing songs. It never did nothing for us, to be honest. It may have did, some time back, like 2020. Come on.
Yeah.
2020. And I watch these movies, history channels where people getting lynched, just belittled, like we animals. And today in this society, we are still animals. To them, we are animals. We hold no value to them. We are nothing to them. So I don't believe in the strapping the arms and marching and saying that we will overcome. I don't believe. See, Malcolm X, he showed something. He showed us something. And I don't want to speak too much about it because it may bother some people, even the black folks. But
yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. They in the Malcolm X position down there in Minneapolis. That's the position that you have to be in. Like I told my friends, I said sometimes blood have to be shed to make peace. Think about the wars that happened. It's been war, all types of wars. Guess what happened? Peace be still. After wars, usually wars happen. It's peace comes after that. Something comes after that, in the middle of that. Even in the Bible, it speaks on that. It speaks on a war that's going to happen. Peace is going to come. So businesses are going to rebuild. Houses are going to come back. But right now, we speaking our voice. We're going to speak our mind. I don't care what nobody say. They don't care what anybody say. I'm angry. I'm not going to lie to you. I have kids. I have young men that I have to raise. So I'm pissed. I'm angry. I'm ready to speak my mind. And can nobody stop that? And yes, I have plenty of guns. I always post it on Facebook. I have plenty of guns. I'm responsible about it, and I know when to use it. It doesn't matter if there's a cop involved. I don't care if it's a citizen involved. I'm going to protect myself at all times.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you said that. Because that's one of the key pieces right now in Kentucky in Breonna's case, the young lady who was killed in Louisville. Her boyfriend was trying to protect his house. When those officers kicked the door in, didn't announce that they were police, he said, somebody robbing us.
Yep, what's he
He went to protect his house.
Yeah,
and they charged him with the murder for trying to protect his house. When they entered in the wrong home, already had the person in custody, and used the no-knock search warrant to burst in somebody's door. Now, I know there was a similar case, I believe it was in Oklahoma, where they did that to a white gentleman, and he got off.
Wow. How you doing, April?
So, this gentleman should never have been charged with attempted murder. Never been arrested.
You know what's crazy? With the guy, the officer that killed that man, that killed Floyd, he got third-degree murder.
Was that it?
Yep.
That's it. That would really piss me off. That had me in tears earlier. That's it. Third degree.
And Marcus, what we were talking about earlier before you came on, we just were talking about is now they used to work together, being bouncers in the same nightclub, right? And found out that the guy who got killed, he had a Caucasian woman. He probably was a prejudiced cop and knew it. You know what I'm saying? And the anger on his face, how he was looking, you know what I'm saying?
That's what did it for me. Yeah, that stone face look, like I don't care that I'm on this man's neck.
And looking at the other people, I'm gonna show you. That's how he was looking. Like I'm gonna show you. Whatever you say ain't working. Like the devil just took over his body.
And I mean, like we said, you know, as much as folks cry about the Second Amendment, and this what kills me about the NRA and the folks on the right, they're like, oh, Second Amendment. When one of our legal gun owner, you know, black citizens dies, I don't see the NRA out there marching. I don't see them out there saying, when Philando Castile was killed, where was the NRA? Where were they? He was a responsible gun owner. He just let the officer know, I have a gun. And what that officer, I don't think he got any time. So where's the NRA for that? Because obviously, I guess the Second Amendment doesn't apply to us.
Right.
So, and then to my fellow, you know, to those black conservatives who every time this happens, they cry, well, so many people were killed in Chicago. You know, so many people were killed in Detroit.
Wow.
I want to ask them this question. Why is it that way? Because they don't want to talk about why. Why do our people live in conditions like this?
Yeah, hold on for 1 minute, okay? Hold on, Marcus. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Lost connection.
Who did Rodelle again?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up? Marcus? Marcus?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you here. Okay. Yeah, but go ahead, finish, Marcus.
But like I was saying, why do our people live in these conditions? You know, the systemic racism that nobody wants to talk about. You know, our homes are devalued. Detroiters were overtaxed $600 million. You know, you slap our poor in underserved neighborhoods, and you call it, you know, affordable housing. You know, you tell folks, well, you know, you tell the woman, if you're going to live in the house, then your man can't live in the house.
Yeah, someone just said, Serina Lewis just said he didn't get no time. There wouldn't be no time for him.
Yeah, for that officer who killed Philando
it wouldn't
Castile.
be no time.
Yeah.
Slap on the wrist, like she said.
But they gave that black officer some time for the white woman from Australia that was killed.
Yes.
That Somali officer, they made sure they locked him up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
And so,
Rodelle, what do
Rodelle,
y'all think?
Do you know anyone down there where you at? You know, in the riot.
Yeah, I know a couple of them. He actually recorded on his Facebook, and it's bad. It's really bad. The crazy part about it, I don't know if you guys know or not, they found out there was a cop down there rioting with them with a mask on.
I saw that. I saw that on the news.
Say that again.
So I didn't know how factual it was until the facts came out. It was actually that guy. I have two friends that went down there to, to riot with him, of course, which is I think was a good idea anyway. I agree with these guys. They fighting with their people, not, letting them know they support them. But yeah, it was a cop down there that was actually vandalizing the area with the rioters to stir it up, which was kind of sad, but stuff comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tony.
I mean, it's sad that they had to come down to this, to mess up your own neighborhood. Like I said, when it's enough, enough is enough. Now you can't spend any money. Now your businesses have to close.
Yep.
Now you can't eat.
So exactly what area is that in? The poor area, rich area, or just what kind of area?
So I live in Rochester, Minnesota, which is a really, really good area. So there's nothing really goes on here, but Minneapolis is really nice. St. Paul and Minneapolis is really nice areas. Really, really nice. So to me, it's suburban from where I'm from. So yeah, I mean, it's bad now. It's like a war zone, if you ask me.
Mm.
It's a war zone, and And like I said, if they can't sleep, hey, you can't eat.
Wow, it's that bad. And wow, Marcus, hope you get down there, man. Put some in their heads.
Well, my goal is, you know, and we're working hard to make sure January 1st, you know, I'm sworn into office. But my biggest push is to make sure that we are doing everything in our power to address the issues of poverty and racism here in the state of Michigan. You know, we got to go up there. We have to pass a water affordability bill statewide.
Right.
You know, we can't be a state surrounded by water, and our largest city is shutting off, or has shut off, 100,000 homes.
Wow.
No. We cannot continue to allow redlining. You know, we cannot continue to not receive our fair share of revenue sharing.
Correct.
And we must demand that our city, that Detroit, is treated with respect. It's this state's largest city. We bring in the most in sales tax revenue. We deserve to be treated with respect. And unfortunately, a lot of out-city, out-county politicians are like, well, I'm tired of dealing with Detroit issues.
Right.
The reason you have Detroit issues is because you've neglected this city. And enough is enough.
Yep, enough is enough.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And our president is bull crap.
Yeah, something wrong with that guy.
Our leader, he doesn't show remorse for anything, because you got to think about a president like that came into wealth, that came into money, and the way he look at things is it doesn't interact with the people in the community. It doesn't interact with the poor. It doesn't interact with the middle class. He only connects with the upper class people.
That's it.
So I can't be mad that these guys that he's elected in office. I'm not surprised. Because money talks. Popularity talks. So for him to be in office and be a dictator now, see, that's the problem. He's a dictator. Because he feel like if stuff don't go good for him, you know, this is what happens. And think about this. You have Trump in office. Look at the KKKs now. They are out here more than ever. They are out here with no type of care in the world. And that cop was racist.
You can see it.
That cop was racist.
You can see it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Brother
Trump
Marcus.
got the best out of these people.
So, Marcus, how things went today for you? You and the guys?
Things were good. Things were good. We talked to a lot of voters. I actually got a video yesterday about a grocery store in my district that had some old meat that they were selling. So I went up there to talk to the owner to see for myself.
That's another topic.
I had let folks know to email the Wayne County Health Department. I also emailed myself. Went up there. A lot of the meat that was shown in the first video was pulled. I talked to the owner. His name is Eli. He stated that the health department did show up. They will submit a report on Tuesday. I told them I'd be back to see that report myself and share those findings with the people in District 10 in Redford Township, because the store's in Redford Township. But see, that's what it takes. It takes leadership that, you know, we can't just sit back and say, oh, I'll send an email or I'll call somebody. You got to go up there yourself and check it out. Trust and verify.
So you working already, I see.
I'm always working.
Yeah. So when you work in silence, people don't know what's going on, but you make results. Good results come out. You know, people don't know what you're doing. Then when you pop up, be on top, nobody know what's going on. Like, where he come from? He worked. His name on this. His name on that. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff, Marcus. That's good stuff.
Well, I appreciate
That's what we need
sir.
in our community is leaders.
Yes, sir.
That's what we need. We need leaders in our community. If our president can't do it, if our governor can't do it, our mayor can't do it, we need leaders in our community. That's what I feel like we need, you know. And everybody mindset isn't the same. You know, some people wisdom kicks in really young. You know, and the most important thing about me being a father and the head of my household is that I be able to call the shots in the most humble, respectful way to make sure my kids can be better people, you know, for their community. Because, you know how it was when I was growing up. You was growing up in our community.
Right.
You know, people had, failed leadership. And I think the time is now. After what we've seen time and time again, we need leaders in our community.
But should we sit back and just let stuff happen or not? You know, because people attacking people who speaking out, like as yourself. You know what I'm saying? They want to just argue with you because you're on Facebook saying a certain thing. So at first I was disagreeing with you. Then until I sat and I watched the video and I was like, man, I broke down. And you were the first one I called. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it was terrible. You know what I'm saying?
See, but the thing
like,
is,
burn it down. Burn it down for what? That was my thing. Burn it down for what? You know, that was my thing. But now I get it. I understand, and no one can change my mind about it.
Yeah. So that's the thing. You know, when I post up on my Facebook, I try to post that and not just go off of my emotions. Exactly. If you go off emotions, you're gonna fail. Period. Sometimes your emotions get the best of you. You know what I'm saying? So I try not to go off of emotions. But today, I kind of went off emotions because I was in tears as I was typing. You know, but it's not good to attack everybody as a whole over one individual. One man destroyed everything today. One man, one cop destroyed a lot. A lot. And see what it takes. So that's what I'm saying. It takes one leader, one voice to change a lot. Yep. Martin Luther King was one man, one leader that changed a lot. It only takes one. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it takes one to get it started. Let's say that.
Yep.
You know, and then you get followers. You know, a believer who believe in it.
Yep. See, this what I don't like. That's what I don't like about rappers. This is what I don't like about people that have the voice. They not being leaders. They glorify more violence than they could glorify, their community. And I'm not gonna speak on just my black people. There are white folks that do the same thing. See, I moved out of Detroit, right? So people speak on black crime all day, every day. Think about my buddy Jonathan lives in China, right? There's a lot of Chinese on Chinese crime.
Mm-hmm.
He's a minority. This guy's a minority. He said, I see killers all the time here. And all you hear them saying is, Chinese on Chinese crime. Chinese this, Chinese that. But you don't hear that in America. All you hear in America is what?
Black on black.
Black on black.
But I live in a community where you got white on white crime. I live in a community where you have white on white crime. And it's not out in the open like you see black on black crime. See, we're the main targets in everyday society. Our culture make this world what it is now. Make it popular. We are the most popular culture in the entire world. Everybody got the swag. Everybody got everything that we do. They have it. Right? Right or wrong?
You're right.
Right.
Yeah. Right or wrong? Everything that we have, they have.
And everything we created, they patent it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not trying to shame all these other people, but give us our credit. Why are we the bottom? Why we have to be the bottom? When we the one that built America. We the one that started this stuff. We all helped start this stuff. And people don't know this. That's why I tell people, like, man, do your history, do your research. My kids can tell you now when slavery ended. Technically, it really didn't end, but they can tell you when it ended.
Mm.
They can tell. I sit there and I would quiz my kids all day, every day. And Dad, I told you about this.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I leave this world today, what have I taught you? How to be a man? How to be black in America? What do you have to do? What courses you have to take?
Yep.
At the end of the day, we all we got, and that's the sad truth.
Yeah.
That's the sad truth. We all we got.
So
why not build?
And Marcus with the boys, man, you mentor, and that's a good thing. Like I said once before, everybody was asking me, like, why do Trayvon have a mentor? I believe it take a village. I can't do it all by myself. My kids had their uncle, my brothers, you know what I'm saying, other people. You know, I didn't let my kids go around anybody. Wasn't no good for them. If Marcus was tacky, and you were tacky, man, and you going out there and say, hey, let's go out and do this and do that, doing crazy stuff ain't making no sense. No, my kid is not going with you. What have you learned today, Trey? You know what Trey tell me? We talk all the time. Let's talk, that me and you, Dad, we talk all the time. He said that's all y'all do is talk. Y'all talk about all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's what my son need to do. Talk. Learn another side. You knowing what Dad telling you, but learn another side. Then you can get confirmation for what I'm saying and what you saying.
Yeah. And I mean, when it comes to our young black men, we need to do more to uplift them, you know, and get them ready to lead. And I think that's the biggest problem we've had in our community. We have awesome leaders, you know, and we've had awesome folks in the political realm, but they didn't pave the way for a succession. And that's where we missed the gap. You know, who was going to pick up for Dr. King? Who was going to pick up after Coleman Young?
Exactly.
You know, and we kind of lost sight of building a succession plan. And I think the problem we have now, especially in black politics, is the succession plan is a family member.
Right.
And we got to stop thinking like that. I'm not going to force my son to get into politics.
Exactly.
No. I want the next person, if God willing, I'm elected, my successor should be somebody I groomed to say, this is you taking the mantle. Not just because you're my son or my brother or my wife. No. You are the best person to help lead this community. We don't have to be related.
That makes sense.
It could be Trey.
Right.
You know, it could be Sam. It could be any of those boys. It's like, you know what, you're ready. It's your time to lead. And that's the problem we have in black politics. Nope. We don't have folks who step aside or groom the next person to take over. And then we end up getting folks who sit in Washington or Lansing or public office for years and don't have much to show for it.
And if anyone out here on Facebook right now, if y'all haven't heard my interview with Marcus Cummings, running for state representative, just go on my YouTube, Past, Present, Future show. You will see On the Phone with Marcus. You will see my interview with him. It was a great interview. I was thanking God that he gave me that interview. And it was the second interview he gave me. First one, it was we were walking. You know, we were doing some exercise with the boys. That was my first interview with him, and I did it live, Facebook Live. And I want to thank everybody for chiming in on that one. And Rodelle, and so how safe do you feel in your neighborhood? So it's not coming that far.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's always been. It's really safe here. I'm not gonna hold you up. There's little crime here, and since this riot been going on, it's still the same. You know, it's just really quiet, extremely quiet. So all I do now, I just watch the news in Michigan because all of my family is there. And I just make sure everybody's safe there. So besides that, man, everything is still peaceful for now. So
yeah, so like over here, don't go across 8 Mile. I mean, tell you what, man. I'm gonna tell a lot of people who didn't know this. I don't know, y'all probably know this, Marcus, cause you still young. Coleman Young, I know you heard of his name. That was the man for the people. This guy was just always tell us, don't go across 8 Mile. If you go across 8 Mile, I cannot help you. Cause if you're going to Warren, from Detroit to Warren, the police harass you. Warren was one of the biggest racist city in America. They said it was worse than Howell. Howell is where the KKK's at. Right. But you know, Coleman Young was the man. He didn't care about nothing. He didn't care what you say. And, you know, because the cops come over there and they had a thing. The cops couldn't even chase nobody over this side. Now they can do whatever they want to do.
Right.
You know, they got these little light foots and stuff, and they trying to take Detroit back. You know that, Marcus, don't you? They are trying to. They've been saying this for years. A new Detroit. They've been saying that for at least over 20 to 30 years. A new Detroit, and they creeping in.
Look at this though. See, when I came to Detroit this past weekend, they cut off our island. You know, black folks love the island, and the state took it over, right? So I'm driving through the city, and I see a lot of white folks. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And it seems like it's like, so there's a community that's off of 7 Mile in the Charles area, and I heard it was a buyout. There was 9 people out of their homes, pushing them out across 8 Mile, so the white folks can move in and be closer downtown, closer to the the beautiful downtown area. So is that actually true, or is that just a myth that's going on?
I'm sorry, which area?
This 7 Mile and Chalmers area. If you go straight down Chalmers all the way out to Jefferson.
You know what? I'm not 100% sure about that. But I will say I know there are areas in the city that have been heavily gentrified. You know, we're seeing that in the New Center area.
Yep.
And definitely, you know, parts of my district, District 2. My city council district. And the thing about it is, like you said, there's all this talk about a new Detroit. Hold on, where do we fit in this Detroit? Because we stayed.
Exactly.
When so many people left, we stayed. So there won't be this whole discussion about a new Detroit. We want a better Detroit. It doesn't have to be new.
Right.
A better Detroit. And I think the problem is there's been so much disconnect between business owners downtown, some elected officials downtown, and the actual neighborhood. Because contrary to popular belief, the Detroit taxpayers pay for every stadium that's built down there.
Yep.
All the parking decks and everything else you see, all the buildings that, billionaire Mr. Gilbert has invested in, a lot of that came from, our tax dollars. Those tax credits, those benefits.
Right.
That's our tax dollars. So show us the respect we deserve.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, man. So what? I'm gonna give y'all about a couple minutes. What y'all think we should do? Go ahead first, right there. What do you think we should start with ourselves?
As far as what now? I'm sorry.
With ourselves, what do you think we should start with to make things better?
Look at ourselves. Come together. That's the most important thing. Come together as one. That's the only thing I see right now. Because if we don't come together, we're going to be scrambling like a puzzle. We gotta come up with meetings in the neighborhood. For example, you have neighborhood watches, right? You have a neighborhood watch, but there's no meeting. You just have one man that watches the neighborhood. You have people just looking out in the neighborhood. It always starts with one person. Now, when I used to stay on Caldwell when I was a child, there were meetings. People coming together in the community. But I remember how beautiful it was in the community. But if we can come together as one, there's no stopping us. Think about it. If we stop spending money in these stores, guess what? They will go out of business before anything. Because guess what? We're the ones that buying everything.
Yes.
We're buying everything. So if we stop spending $1 in the community, guess what's going to happen? Their company's going to fail. So I feel like we should just come together as one. But I'm willing to move back to Detroit. I mean, you know how I am. I'm willing to come back. Right. I want to come back. But we got to start with change. We got to start somewhere.
So what you think, Marcus?
I think everything your son said is correct. And I would just add, as a nation, we have to admit we have a problem. Yeah. That's the first step. And I was telling my mother, I was so hurt just watching this video, watching the people of Minneapolis and the hurt and pain they're going through. And it took me to the scene from the movie The Help. And Viola Davis, it was the end of the movie. She had just got fired from her maid job. And she walks over to the antagonist in the movie. And she calls her a godless woman. And then she just asks her, ain't you tired? And I just want to ask America, aren't you tired of racism? Because it's destroying us. And I am truly exhausted. As a black man, I am exhausted. As a black father, I am exhausted. As a son, I am exhausted. And we can't keep living like this.
Yes, and how could another race feel like you are nothing? You are dirt, you a monkey, you this. How you feel that you just can kill one of us or just call us out our name and like we just don't care? You know, it's time out. See, my show called Past, Present, and the Future. Is this crap gonna go on in the future? This same stuff gonna go on in the future? It happened in the past, now we're in the present. Come on now. We gotta stop this.
Before I go, I'd be remiss to say my father, who is also running for state rep in his district, District 9.
Oh, cool.
He would always ask that question, are you tired of racism? And he used to have a show as well, and he would end it with that question, are you tired of racism? And he's been asking that question for years.
Wow.
And I pray that America finally wakes up and says, yes, we are tired of racism. Because, you know, the election of Barack Obama didn't end racism. It wasn't reparation. We need to have this honest conversation about where do we go from here.
Yep. Where do we go from here? And Marcus, I want to thank you for calling in, man. You're the man of your word, and I thank you so much. And
thank you.
And God bless you, man, on your campaign. I can't wait to work on it with you. And God bless you, man, and your pops.
I appreciate you. And God bless you and your family, your son. I'm just in awe of all of them. I know when your son drove down here, when I saw him come through from Minneapolis, he told me about the situation with Michigan State Police, and I am so proud of how he handled that. And as a man who, you know, stands on his principles. So I am truly in awe of you, sir, and in awe of your father for doing such a great job and
thank you,
bringing up some amazing men.
Thank you so much. All right, Marcus, thank you so much. Nice talking to you. Okay, Rodelle, stay on the phone, Rodelle. All right. Hey, Serina, you can call this number 1586-275-8236. Serina, I see you online. You can go ahead and call in. I want you to call in. I want to hear from a female's perspective on this, we'll be talking about. Or any female can call in at 1586-275-8236. Yes, Rodelle, man, but something needs to happen. And I'm gonna thank God for you coming down here, man. And it was good to see you. You needed a rest from them kids. And that beautiful life you having down there. And hopefully we come down there next week. And was that next week or week after next?
It should be next week. If not, it should be the week after.
Okay, yeah. Going on to pick up my grandson, little Rodney. And yeah, but since no one else want to call in, you guys can call in. Patricia, I see you on here. Anyone want to call in? 1586-275-8236.
Can you repeat that again?
1586-275-8236. That's in Michigan. Anyone want to call? Yes, yeah, man, but it did bother me, man. I got a video running right now that I'm gonna upload later on. That the whole riot from daytime to nighttime, then back to daytime. It's a long video, man. It's ridiculous. And wow. Yes, anyone want to call in? Serina, I see you on there. Like I said, I see you guys on here. You can call in 1586-275-8236.
Yeah.
So anything else you want to talk about, Rodelle?
Yeah, just the same, the riot. I don't want to take my focus off of something that's important. You know, this is another piece of history that's in the making.
Yes.
You know, just to show that people care. You know, that we care. You know, and it's a beautiful thing that blacks and whites came together in this riot. You know, for this, you know, injustice system that's going on right now. We came together as one, as a family. There was no color that was being seen when we protested.
Right.
You know, or protesting. Right now, it's one blood protesting against racism.
Yep. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yep. Be on the phone with Rodelle Nathan from Minnesota, y'all. And how you doing, Serina?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. You on the phone with my son, Rodelle.
Hey, Rodelle.
How's it going?
That's Serena Lewis.
How's it going? How's it going? I'm with you.
Rodelle, you here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
No, she said how it going with you.
Oh, it's going. It's going.
Great.
Yeah, I've seen you speaking a lot on here, Serena. And I see you kind of angry too. You said a lot of things that I couldn't read because they were talking. But wow, you sound like
I'm just kind of really distraught by this whole situation that's going down. And like you said, if we all don't stay together and take a stand, only thing I can say is united we stand, divided we will fall.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because you have boys yourself, you know what I'm saying? And
yes, I do.
It could happen any day. We don't know.
Yes, and that's what really gets to me. And it's funny that the president can sit here and call us thugs and this and that, but I think they are the worst of thugs, because how can you hate a person because of the color of their skin?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And they ain't no more posses they self.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. And that's it.
You know, the sad part is these are so-called Christians that are racist. That don't like the color of our skin. That's the sad part. If you believe in God, and say what you believe in,
the police.
What is it? Is it jealousy of the skin color? What is it?
Yeah.
What is it that really make you angry that our color is this black or this dark?
That's another show I can tell you, but that's a whole different show. It got to be. It's kind of graphic. But I'm not gonna tell it. You gotta.
I can tell you too, but yeah, I'm with.
Yeah, you can feel where I'm
Mr.
coming
Rodney.
from, right?
It's
It's another show. You seen them in your slave movies. Do I gotta go any farther? You seen it in Django. You seen it in. You sing it in Django. Do I gotta go farther? You seen it in what that movie? It does. Baby, who's the papa of this baby? You know, come on now. We know why. Too much.
Yeah, it's.
Pornhub. But anyway, I don't know. It's just too much.
It is.
You know, that's a whole different show.
It's sad and it's a hurting thing. It's a hurting thing. And this has been going on since my time, your time.
Like I just said,
our
it's called
ancestors and just been through a lot, and it's like they still trying to take us through it.
Yep. And this, I mean, like I was telling them, I know you probably heard me. It broke my heart.
I'm sorry. Can you keep that number?
1586-275-8236. 1586-275-8236. Yeah, and yeah, that it's kind of crazy.
It's very crazy, and it broke my heart too. I've been in tears for I don't know how long. It's bad enough we have to deal with the pandemic that's going on.
And that's killing enough of us right there.
Exactly, and now here we is with this. It has to stop. It has to stop.
See, the crazy thing is, it never stopped. It never stopped. It just wasn't in the media.
Yep.
You got something that made it to the media, but only in that hometown. But it wasn't an uproar about it. So it never stopped. You know, we just got to live with the fact that that racism is not going to die down. It's not going to stop. There's not going to be equality. Nobody can tell me right now that it's 10 years, 20, 30, 40 days after I'm gone and my kids are old that this stuff is going to stop. Man. It's not going to stop because you got to think about it.
It's not going to stop. It's been going on for...
It's just going to be another way they're going to do it. This is another way of slavery. This is
another little low-key, low-down, dirty way. Just what you said.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not going to stop.
It's not going to stop at all. But they forget, you know, we all got to reach the same person. We all got, it's a choice. We go to hell, we go to heaven. But they pass that. They don't get that. You know, you got half of them when you know what I'm saying? You got half of them don't even want to take the blood from you because it can save their life. They want to take the blood from there like that. They envy like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, there's a heaven and a hell, and I believe that. You know, and there is a God and there is Satan. And Satan is bad as crap right now. He is so proud of himself. You know what I'm saying? Satan is happy. You know what I'm saying? He doing his job, and he's using who we paying. He using who we paying. You know, our tax dollar, the money that we never sees. This the money that we will never see. They take it from us before we even cash our checks, before we even go in the bank. Right. This money that we will never ever see, but we paying these people to kill us. What kind of crap is that?
We paying you biting the. I always say that you
biting the hand that feed you.
Right.
Biting the hand that feed you. You and your family.
Well, I don't have anything against all cops, Rodelle. We all know that you have a cousin that's a cop. You know, she not one of the bad ones. She seen. I had a brother, our god brother, Brandon Taylor was a cop. He got out the force because what he saw. You know what I'm saying? Right. He got out. You know, he like,
I can't say every cop is a bad cop, but when you have cops that's bad and just doing terrible things out here, it kind of make it look bad for all of them.
But I tell you what, though, with a man with a gun, he bad. But I'm talking about regular civilian like us. We think we bad with a gun. Okay, we got our gun, we bad. But get one with a badge and a gun, and I can pull you over and tell you to shut up. I'm speaking. I'm in charge. See, that's what giving them the authority to do these things because of a badge and a gun. Come on now, Rodney have some of the good cop friends. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got some of the good ones. I met a couple of them. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's doing outside of it, but I don't know he's doing it for a good haircut. I don't know.
But I have a problem. I have a problem with good cops. You know where I'm going with this. I have a problem with good cops too. I don't care who you are. If you are a good cop, you see a bad cop doing the wrong.
Exactly.
And you do nothing about it. That makes you no different than that bad cop.
Exactly.
I got my head slammed against a hood of a car by a white cop while a black man stood there and told me to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't care what kind of cop you are. I don't care if you're family. I'm going to make this point. I'm going to make it clear. If you cannot protect...
That takes it back to slavery to me, because you all know, and I know they always kept their house Negro.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. And that's what I stand by. I'm so angry right now. I'd rather speak my mind on every piece of subject that has something to do with authority, everything that has to do with injustice. I'll take the consequences from it. Because right now, it's the time. Like, the time is now. Because think about it. One day I have to die. Okay? I have to leave. I have no choice but to leave this earth. But what can I do myself? I don't want to die living a lie. So if I can't speak my truth, what's going to happen?
Right.
I left this earth with nothing. You see, I had pericarditis. I had fluid around my heart. I was dying from a broken heart after my brother passed away. Right? Mm-hmm. I needed peace. I was living a lie. When I see my brother on the timeline, I was passing him up like he's still alive, he's still in his household. And I'm slowly killing myself. The doctor said if I didn't make it to the hospital that next day, I would have died in my sleep. I come to Detroit last week. I go to Detroit, and my body instantly healed. I cried out, I got myself together, and I'm good now. And that's what I mean by living the truth, being who you gotta let it out.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to speak my truth about the injustice and the stuff that's going on, I want justice, to be honest. I don't care. I'm at the point where I don't care how we get it, but we have to take our respect. So we can't. Not at this time. We try to earn it. We tried marching. We tried kneeling. So we was animals just for kneeling for kneeling, for marching, for protesting. Now we're animals, but now that we're rioting, we're thugs now. So I'm at this point now. I don't care how we get our respect. We gotta take it. I'm at that point. Maybe everybody don't agree with me, but I'm at this point where we gotta take our respect. Something has to change. And if nothing changed, oh well. We're gonna still fight to get our respect.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah, you're right about
that's what I said. Man.
You sit there and you got a black man pinned down to the ground, face down, in handcuffs, and you have your knee in his neck. The neck is the throat, if you ask me. So you pretty much knew what you were doing. This man pleading for his life.
Calling his mama.
And you so cold-blooded. You standing there doing this, and you have your hands in your pocket.
Yeah.
I mean,
and they don't see nothing. That's crazy.
Other cops looking and holding them down.
And another cop just looking, just standing there doing nothing.
Like I repeated it earlier today, Serina. I don't know if you saw it on TV or not. They worked it together. You heard about that?
I missed that.
Yeah, they used to work together. You ain't see that?
Wow.
And they used to work at a club. They both were bouncing. It called for a cop to do a club. It called I forgot the name of it. But anyway, they used to work together as security. And what I think it was race. It had something to do with race. The reason why I say that, brother man had a white woman.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yep.
Sure did.
And I just found that out today. I've been doing a lot of research.
A white fiance.
Yep, white fiance. Yep. It's called moonlighting. With a white, not white, but when a cop take a second job doing security, they call moonlighting. And he was moonlighting working at a bar. And they said, and the owner said that he was nasty. He was picking on people on purpose, throwing them out, and the owner was like, it's okay, let them stay. But he was picking on them for nothing, people.
Actually, from what I heard, pretty much so, that's his character. I mean, they say plenty people done filed reports on him and everything, and he was still working with the public.
Wow.
So this ain't even his, first case.
Yeah, this issue, this talk can go on forever. I'm telling you, because it's not going to end. It's like you scared to ride and police riding behind you. Should you stop? Yes or no? How can you act? You can act nice as you want to act. It's like when you too nice, then when they attack you. I've been seeing video that guys were like, let me tell you something. What you stop me for? Blah, blah, blah. They get in their butt. Nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? But when you over nice to them, like, yes, sir, I give you my license. I give it to you. Sir, you have a busted tail. Like, get out the car and start roughing you up. Doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
At this time, I literally believe that we have to protect ourselves. That's why I try to help everybody get their permits, certificates for their firearms. It's just, at this point, I'm so sick and tired. We have to protect ourselves, regardless.
And I'm telling y'all now,
at the end of the day, they're no greater than us. They are not any better than us. We are as equal as they are. So if a man feels like he want to pull his gun out because of a traffic signal or a traffic stop, you pull yours because you feel threatened. Right. Because the protocol is if the driver asks to talk to his supervisor, he has to be on the scene. And if that man say no, he still got to say, I'm pulling mine. Either I'm going home, my family regardless. And if I can't go home to my family, you can't go home to your family. And I'm going to stand by that for the rest of my life. Because at this time, I'm understanding now. I'm understanding now that we are not protected. I'm understanding now that we are in danger. Men, black men. That's why when I come home from work, all I want is my foot rub. I want a nice bag. I want to feel like a king in my house. And when I leave my house, I got to go back into the world. I got to go right back into the racism as a black man in America. So when I come home, that's my castle. That's my refuge. That's my place to be comforted. I know when I leave that place, I kiss my family before I go to work every day. I know I may not come back. I don't care where I'm at in America. I don't care how they say, well, racism is dead in this city. I don't care what you say, because I don't believe it.
Right. Yeah, because
I want to feel protected. My protection is in my home. That's why I buy so many handguns. That's why I buy rifles. That's why I buy AR. That's why I buy everything I can afford and put my hands on. Because I know at the end of the day, my son's going to know how to shoot. And when I'm home, when I'm going out of that house, my son is the man of the house. He's going to learn how to shoot. He's going to know where to shoot and how to shoot.
Yeah, like with me, man, I see racism all the time, man, at my job. You know, I work at a big corporation, and you know, it's one guy, one of my coworkers named him Archie Bunker. You know what I'm saying? Named him Archie Bunker. But he called him that for other reasons, but I don't think he liked anyone. Not even his own people. Because this how crazy he is. He do stuff like that, like go off on his own people or whatever. I don't know, right? Because he talking, the other person talking to us or something. You know, he's terrible racist. Some of them are slick with theirs. You know what I'm saying?
They always try to be slick and then make it like you the crazy one.
Doing the one I don't respect. The one who show me that they racist, I know how to treat them. Show me that who you are. Show me that damn hood that you took off your head.
Right.
You know, but yeah, man, it's just something we're gonna have to work on and be careful and then watch out. That's it. And I hope y'all have a blessed night. And thanks for talking to us, Serina.
All right, you guys, welcome.
All right, you be safe out there, okay?
All right,
all righty.
You too.
Yep. Yeah, Rodelle. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you later too, man. Thanks for calling. I just was on the phone with Rodelle Nathan from Minnesota, Rochester, Minnesota. He had a lot of insight on the riot down there, and yeah, and he very unpleased of what's going on. And I called him today, you know, barely in, you know, like in tears, you know, cause I saw the video. It really hurt me. Only thing I thought about my own boys, you know, in this situation. Thought about myself. Could have been in that situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving right now like I'm driving like I don't have a license. You know, like I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? Then I see the cop, why I'm turning off if I see a cop? Why I'm doing this? I got a license, I got insurance, I got registration, I got all of this. But why do I have to have fear when I'm driving?
Yeah.
I just don't like it. I don't like it. You know, I'm not doing anything wrong. My wife drive. I don't want my wife to drive. She don't even drive to work. I've been driving my wife to work since we've been together. Well, we had another car, but I ended up buying her a car for Mother's Day. You know, but she still don't want to drive. And I don't want her to drive. I'm telling you. But I ain't gonna go into that. But I just don't want her to drive. You know what I'm saying? You think a police station was blown up. You know, but other than that, I just can't take that risk. I love mines. I'm going to take care of mines. You know? And Rodelle, you have anything else that you want to say before you leave?
Yeah, I got one more thing to say because I'm still angry. The last thing I'm going to say is, I'm going to make this known. Fellas, black men, protect your families. If I lose my son, they lose theirs. That's what I stand on. So protect your families at all costs. Not to say go out there and be go crazy dumb. It's protection. Be cautious. Your surroundings. So always be prepared for anything. And that's law. That's your law. Not the United States of America law. That's your law as a man.
Yeah, and let's say another thing. Let's say another thing. Let's be clear. We're not saying to go out there and start stuff with police. We ain't saying that. Right. Obey the laws. That's all we saying. Obey the law.
Absolutely.
But when the laws start going south, Then that's when you react.
Right.
When it start going soft, then when you react. You know, if I don't know what to say. I've been looking at certain videos, man. They could have just pulled off how the cops were acting. Like, man, I'm up out of here. He about to kill me. Can we take that react and drive off? You know what I'm saying? Take them to their own nearest police station or somewhere. But you can't take them to nowhere it's lit because people ain't gonna care. I mean, they care, but they can't do anything about it. Like I was telling y'all before, I drove a cop straight to my house. I drove him straight to my house. When he came to the house, he kept stopping at stop signs. I kept pulling off. I would not stop for this man at all. I would not stop until I got home. I was following my wife, and they stopped me. They ain't roughed me up or nothing. I just wouldn't get out the car. I didn't get out the car until it's time for me to get out the car. Until I feel like I want to get out the car. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, but that's it for that's it for you for the night, Rodelle?
Yeah, I mean, I said all I can say. We just gotta be safe out here.
Okay then, man. All right, y'all. This was Past, Present, and Future show. Remember, I'm gonna upload this on YouTube. If you haven't saw it, your friend haven't saw it, just go on YouTube, Past, Present, Future show, and we'll be uploaded tonight. Go check it out. Peace. Yep, Rodelle, man, but this stuff here, man, it have to stop.
I know you're gonna dig this. Welcome to the Past, Present, and Future show with your host,